Very excited right now to welcome on the governor of the great state of Maryland, Mr. Wes Moore. Wes, how are you, man? Thank you for making time for us.
Man, what's going on? Good to talk to you guys, man. I heard the theme song come on, so I had to hop on.
I love that you love regulators like I love regulators. Just an all-time banger.
Mount up, mount up.
Gov, I want to start. We got to get through our games, obviously, but I am curious for you as somebody that played football with the Jaden Daniels situation, where we know he has a knee sprain and he's wants to play, but you got to listen to the medical. Just how would you handle something like that with a young man with all the potential in the world, and just kind of what you think?
Yeah, well, before I get on Jaden, I want to say to all these folks who are pushing for to go back for the Commanders to go to DC, I want to say congratulations. I know this was a long road for a lot of folks, and a lot of folks are happy right now. And in fact, I can tell you a lot of my family members who are Commanders fans are happy right now. So to all the Commanders fans who are happy that today has come, I say respect, and I'm happy for you. But also to all the Marylanders, I just want to let you know that what we have and what that area is going to be better than what it is right now. We're excited to be able to work in partnership with the Commanders ownership team to make sure that they're going to honor their word about what they're going to do, but also my word to the people of Prince George's County in Maryland is that that area is going to be even better in the future than what it is right now. So I think this is a win-win all the way around. But respect to all those Commanders fans who are happy that it's good that Washington Commanders are going back to their spiritual home.
So, Gov, I'm floored here. I knew this was a topic. I didn't think it was fair or our place to ask you about it, so I wasn't going to. But I got to say, the grace you show in that situation is really admirable.
No, thank you, man. Well, and listen, I'm very clear that I know for a lot of Washington Commanders fans, when they think about the best memories of the Washington Commanders, it was at RFK. Like, that's where they were hoisting up Super Bowl trophies, and that's where you got a chance to see the Riggs and the Williams and all
Sure.
the things that people, when they think about the history of the franchise, that's where some of the best memories are. And so and the thing I really appreciate is that this process, we've been working very closely with the new Commanders ownership, and listen, it's been a night and day conversation. I was not governor, having to deal with the old Commanders ownership, but I'm thankful for the relationship that we built with the new Commanders ownership, and I know that they have a very clear vision that is not just going to be that they're going to have a new stadium over in the RFK site, but really a build out of Landover and a build out of what the space is right now, where the Washington Commanders have called home for decades. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about the future. I still think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to knock out the Commanders in the Super Bowl one day soon. But I'm excited about what the future is going to be.
All right. Well said then, sir.
Yeah.
And I
didn't get to Jaden. To Jaden,
right,
I would say this. I would say Jaden needs to be careful and listen to the docs on this one. Listen, you're young and you have an amazingly bright future ahead of you. And the thing that I would just caution for anybody who's like he should rush back and all that kind of stuff, I would just say two things. One, I would say you're playing the Raiders this weekend, so let's keep it in perspective. Mariota's going to win this game, and so you don't have to worry. And there's no reason to rush against the Raiders. I mean, that is just a definition of silliness. That let him heal. The second thing is I would just say to all the Commanders fans is don't forget RG3, right? There's a lot of history about people who went back early, who rushed back, and then the decision was something that ended up impacting not oftentimes the season, but the rest of your career. So, listen, if the docs say that Jaden's good to go, then let him play. But if the docs are like, I don't know about this one, it's week 3 against the Raiders. Like, it's all good.
Fair enough. we're going to find out. We'll all kind of find out in real time together. I won't be shocked if it goes till Sunday morning. Maybe we find out Friday. Gov, because you usually join us on a Friday. We got you on a Thursday. I thought it was only fair that we start you off with Thursday night football tonight. You know, doesn't exactly look like a barn burner, but division games are always funky. I have a feeling I know your pick in Bills Dolphins, sir.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen. I mean, the Bills are playing some of the best football in the NFL right now. This is the Bills really are. I mean, they're showing they're a legit force and they're a legit threat for the Super Bowl. But the other big thing is I don't know if the Dolphins' heads are really in the game right now. Football, and that's the thing. A lot of people think football is a purely physical game. Football is a heavily mental game. And when a team is not in the heads aren't in the game, it becomes a very complicated road for that team. And right now, your star player, the one who is the ticket drawer, is just got a lot of stuff going on in his life right now. And you've got rumors about new accusations about Tyreek Hill. You have trade rumors. I heard a crazy one that they're talking about he could potentially go back to the Chiefs. I mean, there's just so much swirling around in the locker room right now that I think it just makes it very difficult to say, oh, no, but despite all that, we're going to go beat one of the best teams in the NFL. Like, I don't see that. I don't see it happening. So I think that I think the Bills win this one, and I don't think, usually the problem with Thursday Night Football is it makes your Friday kind of messed up because you got to stand up and watch the whole game. I don't expect to be watching the whole game tonight. I think my Friday's going to be fine.
I mean, to your point, Gov, it feels like the Commanders haven't played in two weeks. Like it feels like it's been a while since that Thursday game. Second game for you to pick up, Rams and Eagles, two NFC heavyweights, 1 o'clock at the Lincoln, Philly. Rams and Eagles, who you got?
So I got to tell you, part of the reason that I'm very proud of my record, even though this year I'm starting off a little slow, I'm 500. But I was like at 70% last year. And part of the reason I was at 70% because I like picking upsets. And this is going to be an upset. I think the Rams are going to beat the Eagles. I know it's in Philly. And I know the Eagles are 2-0, but hear me out. And I think that the Eagles are a very good team. And the Eagles are playing good football. And again, 2-0 is 2-0. I just have watched the Eagles in both of these games, their first two, and I'm just not that impressed. I think there's something that seems to be off. I think their defense is clearly missing the 5 starters that they lost during the offseason, and the defense is not clicking right now. And even if you just think about the numbers that we're seeing, where you look, Matt Stafford has 550 yards or something like that. Jalen Hurts has half of that, less than half of that. Jalen Hurts is at 250. Williams right now, Kyron Williams is neck and neck with Saquon Barkley. Like there's the Eagles are 2-0, but they're not putting up the same kind of football, or the same kind of stats that we're used to them, putting up. And people could say, yeah, but remember last week they played the Chiefs in Kansas City, and I'm like, yeah, but the week before that they played the Cowboys. So let's be clear that it's not like they're knocking out amazing teams, and not to mention the Chiefs are just not playing well at all. So I'm going with the upset in this one. I think the Rams go into Philly, and I think they beat the Eagles this weekend.
I like that a lot, Gov. And you said you're 500. It's 2 weeks in. You are 60 games over 500 over 2 years. So I think the body of work speaks for itself with you making the picks. Yeah. If you're betting with the Gov, you'll make a lot of money, man.
I'm trying to
we'll keep the pick. Yeah, I spread the gospel, sir. So we're talking with Maryland Governor Wes Moore making his weekly NFL picks with us. Really interesting game. The Chargers have looked great to start the season. And it's been high profile. They had the Brazil game, then they were on Monday Night Football. The Broncos coming off that bad loss to the Colts. What do you make of this one? SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles, Denver versus Chargers.
It's crazy because the Chargers are actually making me a believer. And I've always been real skeptical of the Chargers, where it's like, I know, and the Chargers kind of start off hot, but then it starts getting cold, and they don't like the cold and all that kind of stuff. But they're playing really good football right now. So I really got to give it to them. I mean, this is a good team with 560 passing yards already this season. I mean, Justin Herbert is actually showing that he is legit. He's really he's whipping it out there. So and also remember, it's in LA, so I don't see the Broncos. One thing I think the Broncos are always tricky at home just because of the altitude, and it just takes a lot for teams to get used to the altitude. So I always give a little bit of a hint to the Broncos when they're playing at home. But the Broncos naturally are not a great football team, and they're in LA this week. So I think the Chargers pull this one out, and so I think the Chargers remain one of the only undefeated teams in the NFL.
1 o'clock Sunday, Northwest Stadium, Raiders Commanders. I think we know which side you're going to go with, but how do you think this game plays out? Do you think it's Jaden, or do you think it's Mariota under center?
I think it's Mariota, and I think they still win. I mean, the Raiders are not a good team, and the Commanders are a good team. And the Commanders, I think, are also going to show that this is not just about Jaden Daniels. And I told you the reason why I think Jaden should sit unless he gets a completely clean bill of health. There's no reason for him to go out there and play against the Raiders during Week 3. It doesn't make sense. So I think Mariota is a fine quarterback. He's not going to win you a game, but the truth is the Commanders don't need Marcus Mariota to win them the game. They just need him not to lose the game. And I think Mariota is fine for that. The Commanders all around are just a better team. I don't think that the Raiders, the Commanders defense is showing real signs that they're really gelling, and the offense of the Raiders is not. So I think that despite having Jaden sit, which I think he should, I think the Commanders still win this game.
All right, so through 4 games, Gov, I got you with the Bills, the Rams, which would be a heck of a win for LA to get to undefeated. They're on the road in the Link. That should be a really great atmosphere for that game. The Rams gave Philly the toughest run they had in the playoffs last year. So you're going Bills, Rams, Chargers, Commanders. Last game of the week is going to be Monday night. Baltimore, Detroit. It should be epic in there.
Should be awesome.
I'm actually going to come up for that game, Governor. Maybe we can connect. I'm really excited.
Let's connect. Absolutely, let's connect.
When M&T is rocking, it's a pretty special place to watch a game. What do you think, Ravens Lions Monday night?
So it absolutely was. I mean, it's gonna be a great game. The environment's going to be crazy. I know it's Monday Night Football, but I plan on getting there around 10 a.m. But I mean, it's gonna be an amazing environment. But I mean, listen, I think that the Ravens that was a long week after the Bills game, and I think they came back really saying, you know what, it's time to come back and send a message. And I understand it was against the Browns, so take it for what it's worth. But I think they sent a message that that's now the second game in a row that the Ravens offense has scored over 40 points. This offense is just clicking. And DeAndre Hopkins, and I was a little skeptical when we picked up D-Hop during the offseason, but because I was like, I just don't know how much he has left in him. And again, I'm proven wrong because I guess dude really still does have a lot of juice left in him. So I think that you're going to see Derrick Henry bounce back. Derrick put up $175 in the first game, and then, we really didn't use him that much during the second game, despite the fact that we still won by like 30, 35 points or whatever it was. But I think that the Lions are a legit tough team, but they're not going to come into Baltimore and beat Baltimore in Monday Night Football, especially with the Baltimore Ravens roster actually really jacked up since last year, and the Lions roster did not. The Lions did not make any real big, substantial, and impactful moves during the offseason. So I think that the Ravens pull this one off.
What do you think that crowd will be like? I mean, if you're getting there at 10 a.m., it's going to be going.
It's going to be crazy. And because listen, I think folks, we're just really excited about this team. Because I mean, if you look at us on paper, there's not a weakness to this Ravens team. I think we have made significant improvements on the defensive side, picking up Alexander during the offseason. We drafted Starks during the offseason. You still got Kyle Hamilton, and you still got Marlon Humphrey, who's like both of them are all pro defensive players. And then on the offensive side, again, like I always say, it's like the Ravens offense is like a video game. It's like you have Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, D Hop, Bateman. I mean, like Mark Andrews, likely, getting healthy. It's like, what do you do with them? And so I think all of us we're feeling really good about this team. And I just think that now there's only one team that legitimately every single week has a chance of beating the Ravens, and that's the Ravens. And so we just need to make sure we don't go out there and beat ourselves.
Yeah, I think the answer of what do you do is pray. That's what you do against the Ravens offense is pray, because you don't have much of a chance.
You don't have a chance. I mean, like, what do you who do you double? Who do you spend extra time on? It's just that there's too many threats that they have. So I mean, this is a legit. I mean, again, I would argue that on paper and just in terms of pure talent, this is not just the most talented team in the NFL right now. Tell me a team in the past generation that has more talent than what the Baltimore Ravens have.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Lamar's dual threat ability, it's
correct.
It's hard to think of like the level of explosiveness that team has. Gov, I know you're a busy man. We got to let you run. I got you in the books for all the plays: Bills, Rams, Chargers, Commanders, Ravens, Terps. Big Ten opener going to Wisconsin. Maryland boy Malik Washington is quarterback. Gov, I'll tell you this: if I can get +10, I like +10.
I tell you, I do like the spread on it. So I'm actually with you on it. Listen, the challenge we have, and by the way, I do want to be clear that Malik Washington is the truth. Like, we are very fortunate to have this kid under center. He was the truth in high school. He's the truth. I mean, have you seen the way he is whipping the ball around in these first weeks?
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's looking very, very good.
He looks the part for sure.
He looks the part. He is looking like a kid who, as he continues to develop, we will be watching him on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's showing that kind of potential and that kind of talent. It is the Big Ten, and this is going to be a very, very big test for us. But I'm with you on the spread. Yeah.
Governor, thank you for your time as always, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Thanks so much, guys.
All right. Hopefully I'll get to see you on Monday at M&T. Maryland Governor Wes Moore, +60 in 2 years in his NFL picks.
Incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, just bananas. If you want to bet with the Gov, he's going Bills, Rams, Chargers, Commanders, Ravens. White Brian, put that in a moneyline parlay. Tell me what it would pay. Woo. All right. I actually like all the Gov's picks. I like the Rams in Philly. What do you lean on that game?
The Rams are playing well. They haven't played great teams, but they're playing well, and seemingly the Eagles are kind of surviving in their first 2 games. Now, with it being at the Link, that'll be an interesting factor in it. But, yeah, I would take the Rams. Like you said, they gave them everything they could handle last year, and they were the ones that gave them the best shot in the playoffs. So maybe if it doesn't snow or whatever, the Rams are good. Like, they seem to be slept on in the NFC right now, but the Rams are good.
The Rams are certainly good. I like Stafford, Devontae Adams, Puka. They got options. They got players.